Greetings and salutations, good kinsfolk of this jump kingdom. Hail, Sir Ryan of Ryan. For those who may not know me, my name is Cuppo Joe. According to this little note I've written for myself here, I am a composer, pixel artist, SNES remixer, and an audio geek. And not necessarily in that order. This is set to be a chill stream. As such, I have dressed appropriately, as you can see. But to be perfectly honest with you, it's too hot to even wear that. Texas, man. Hell, the whole world, apparently, is, like, on fire at the moment. Which is wonderful. Like, just wearing something dark-colored, not gonna happen anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Anyway. That's not the point of today's stream. Today's stream is about ascension and self-realization, probably somewhere in there. I have played this before, but it doesn't show. And it's probably never going to. But we'll try to make it as far as we can. Did you see all the videos I posted? I literally cobbled them together today. And here we are back at the beginning. And for the first time, I have created a YouTube short. I used... What was it? I used S-Rank. Ancient Cheese S-Ranked. Yeah, I don't know what the metric of success is for shorts, but it already has 100 views. I imagine that to be commonplace. I mean, shorts is like short-form content, you digest it and then move on. A view doesn't necessarily mean that they watch the entire 30 seconds. Wow. Okay, that was a first try. And now, here we go, launching ourselves into oblivion. Damn, alright. This one's a medium. Alright. Kind of like Pizza Tower, we're getting into the swing of things. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, streamer. Shut your mouth. You know exactly what you're doing, inviting the devil like that. There we go. And see, this kind of game, it's nice because it's low concentration. Clippable moments. Not even 10 minutes in. Well done, Joe. Well done. Well, I can't seem to hit that. Interesting. The second I... Let's shut up for a second. And we're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed. We're jinxed. We're done for. Hello again, green. My favorite color. You're not uncreative, you know that? Okay, with a bit of grass in our mouth now, let's continue. So... I've been thinking about whether or not to keep this quiet or not, but I think nobody from work watches this, but due to some, what would I call it? Due to some updated policies or programming. How do I explain what's going on at work? Okay, let's start from simple stuff and work our way up. As of August, I will no longer be working part-time at my current establishment. The details aren't gritty, thankfully. It's stuff I can talk about. Essentially, they installed this PA system, and I guess I can talk about it now because I'm not going to be working there 2 weeks from now. I work as a suit salesman. I design stuff. I work with people one-on-one to kind of give them something they need. Like, say you're going to a big shebang. Well, you're going to need some kind of formal wear, right? You're going to need a very glitzy kind of coat or a nice satin shirt. Well, guess what? I've got the gear, you've got the money. Let's get together and make this thing happen, huh? So that's what I've been doing for about a year. No way, I started... No, 9 months. 9 months, close to a year now. But I enjoyed it. You know, you see how I design stuff for my character. Of course I enjoy character design, but they... And this has happened before when I used to work at a department store. Corporate rolled out some new policies pertaining to the PA system. Now, I don't think I've explained this yet, but we did maybe infer it when I talked about fireworks. Essentially, I have sensitive hearing. I've had sensitive hearing since I was a kid. And it serves me well when it comes to music, but it's a high-end sensitivity, supersonic. And this stupid, loud PA system, this ridiculous PA system that corporate installed in our area, is ear-piercing. And I've dealt with it for about... Yeah. Everybody's got a different level of what's the word I'm looking for? Tolerance. Everybody can deal with different stuff. Like, Cake's always enjoyed the fireworks every time they go off, but I always have to bring earplugs, case in point. And nice. I complained about it to them several times over the months. And they said they would do something about it, but nothing happened. Then one day, very recently, I woke up with a loud ringing in my right ear. And that ringing sounded almost exactly like that damn PA bell. So I made one more complaint. I said, guys, this is now a health hazard, and I'm a musician. What are we going to do about this? And all they could tell me was, you should quit. We respect your decision about your music. We know you care about it a lot. And we can't do anything for you because corporate doesn't think of this as a major issue. There hasn't been enough stores that have complained. There hasn't been enough customers that have complained. You've been the only one thus far. But I'm not. I'm not the only one who complained. I'm just the one who was vocal about it. The rest of my coworkers don't raise their voices too much. They just go about their business so long as it gets them paid. Yeah. Hi, Mimsy. Anyway. I think it's a full send, right? Yeah. So I said, yeah, okay. Well, I guess it's time for me to look for a new job, so on my desk in front of me now is my resignation letter. I'll be working there until August, and then I gotta find some other way to make money. Obviously not here. I'm too small for that, and I'm not about to e-beg. Goddamn man, I can go get a new job. And I'm a goddamn good man at that. Like, I've been through so much nonsense from them. I've learned so much. And effectively, my confidence level has basically never been higher. So, I know I can get another part-time job. The thing that sucks is that part-time jobs don't do diddly squat around here anymore. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, long story short, I gotta find me some new way of making money very soon because I'm not gonna have a part-time job for a while. And don't be too concerned if anything's gonna change here. I have a very supportive family behind me. They're not gonna kick me out because we've been in a mutual agreement for a long time. Yeah, sure, things shouldn't be this way, but they are this way, and we're not going to just disown one another because somebody's not bringing in money. You know, they're my friends, they're my family, they're understanding, and we've known each other and really been each other's only friends since I was born. You know, being a homeschooler, your only teachers are your parents. So, no, they're not going to kick me out. I've had older brothers who went from the house, had to come back. They've always been welcoming. But they know they do that because they can trust me to get a job. They can trust me not to be a deadbeat, as my teacher liked to say. So yeah. That's probably the only dark thing we're going to talk about today. So let's move on, shall we? Right. So I have a lovely little topic deck here. Or I should say a note with some ideas to talk about because, as you know, I'm terrible at chit chat. So. Oh man, this is exciting. I started streaming September 16th of last year, consistently. I started with Have a Nice Death to 0 people. And I think I did that for about 6 months. Shovel Knight, I would say, is when I first picked up the first regular here, Ryan. Or no, it was actually Mutant Football League with Mimsy. Anyway, point being, 1 year of streaming is coming up real fast. And I'm trying to rack my brain thinking of what I could do interesting. I don't think there's anything I should do. I think all I'll do is just stream Have a Nice Death again and... You know, I'm not so sure how to make it special. But I'll definitely do my damnedest. Can't believe I've been doing this for a year now. Like, I've grown so much as an entertainer in just a year. Like, I've upgraded my kit, I've upgraded my stream overlays, I'd say about 3 times now. I got elements, I got I got all sorts of good stuff. But only in the span of a year, I've like grown to quote-unquote professional level, if you can call a streamer a professional. And I guess if you make money, you are considered a professional no matter what you're doing, but I do this for fun. Okay, can't go that way. Good to know. Alright. Let's say full send. There we go. Full send. Half. All the way. And now a moment of silence for concentration. Barely. Well. Ow. Barely. We're good. You know, as much as I love this... Oh, man. As much as I love this model that we created, there is only one problem. Hello. Oh, nice. I'm gonna botch it, though. Whew, okay. That's a cool little shortcut. Developer intended, of course. Back around. Anyway. Okay, we're gonna go this way. And I need to double check something. You know, the person who introduced me to this game was Demon Dice. She actually did a speed run of this. She's like when she first discovered this through other means, it just became her instant favorite. And I mean, the reasons are obvious. It's retro styled, it's simplistic. It's not just about banging your head against it like a brick wall. It takes a little bit of muscle memory, which, given a lack of, say, book learning like myself, is fine by me. Muscle memory is definitely part of what I do because, you know, guitar takes muscle memory, bass takes muscle memory. So it's nice to have something to just relax with instead of, like, you know, playing Total War Warhammer for the up-and-teeth time like friggin', what's it, Henry Cavill? Who the hell can play like an RTS casually? That's just amazing. But in the same vein, I actually, that was supposed to be a segue to talk about the cover, but I can't think at the moment with all this heat. The cover, Dark Hour. So I posted on Twitter and I posted on the community post. It is being delayed indefinitely, or at least until this summer heat wave ends, because God, I cannot think with mixer headphones that are cooking me at about 110 degrees. But I will say, the work in progress mix and edit is actually coming together really nice. Like just like writing the track itself. Just like writing the track itself, I am learning a lot more about vocal mixing and where to put what, how wide to give it. Like, I learned about, just tonight, because I was working on it before stream, I learned about spacing out your main vocals to both left and right. That way it kind of floats above. It floats above the entire thing. What is it? And it gives it like amazing clarity. It's really good. It sounds really crisp. I love it. Oh, right. Can't control gravity when you're falling. But the two main things that are stopping me from working on it further are the heat and my PC's limitations. Like, no joke. I think because I cleaned it up a little bit, it was a lot better. But what was it? My PC was hitting its limit almost every time I started playback, and that also played into recording new vocals and new guitars and new basses. So I was like, well, crap. I have it all temp. All of it's temp audio. And oh god, damn it. All of it's temp audio, so I wouldn't call it final, but damn, does it sound good. I mean, I guess if you don't like, if you do like the KISS, keep it simple stupid kind of mixing, maybe it would be okay, but for me it's missing a lot. It doesn't feel complete, and the flow definitely isn't there. But what I do have is pretty damn good, and I am proud of it. It's just not all there. but hopefully soon the work in progress will appear, and hopefully people do like it. But that's all the music I've got working right now. I have some other stuff I wanted to fix up. But let's see, what have I been working on in the meanwhile, like in the background? So I wanted to make some intro music that was a little more skeleton oriented rather than just using whatever the game has. That kind of fell flat because I don't like how it's progressing, if you can take that meaning. Oh no. Essentially, the way it flows, it's nice, it's okay for looping, but it doesn't really have much meat to it. It's an SNES track, but there's some things I just don't like about it. Damn it! Maybe I'll get to it, I'll finish it sometime. Like I said, I'm gonna work on more SNES stuff because I don't have to wear mixing headphones for that. I can just wear my bog standard Sony ZX somethings. Very lightweight stuff. Not so much cupping my head like these are right now. Okay. Make the jump, Joe. Make the jump. Don't crush your forehead into the frickin'... man. You know, looking back on the Hotiful Boy for goodness sake. Looking back on the Hotiful Boyfriend stream, so I listened to it after I finished it, and I was going to bed, right? And I usually like to put on streamers that have nice, soothing voices, but lately I haven't been able to get a fix. What's your wager, Ghost? I'm all ears. Or all bones, technically. So... buddy, you keep giving me content and reasons to clip myself, and I'll keep being your friendly neighborhood streamer. And honestly, where's the fun in saying no? Ow. Okay, maybe there is some fun. Maybe you avoid the pain by saying no to the devil. Oh no. Besides, I would technically call myself a bit of a gambling man because I've done so many things with such assuredness that I'm just like, you know what? Life's short. You need a bit of randomness every now and again, which is why I actually appreciate Borderlands and its ridiculous play styles. Oh, yay! Aw. I think that's really something that's missing with games sometimes, is just like, okay, take for instance, what's a good game to make a reference on this? God of War? Yeah, God of War. Make it past the massive drain before 30 minutes? What are we at? Because I don't have a timer up on here. I have the stream timer, but it shows pre-stream time. Uh-oh. Well, now I'm concentrating. Now you don't get to have any commentary. I'd say, guessing on what I remember, I should have at least 3 more minutes, yeah? Hit. Yep. Oh, so dissatisfying. No. You know, I know what my work schedule is next week, and I'm not sure what to put on next week's docket after this epic menagerie of cursed experiences. Like, how the hell do you top this week? I think definitely we're going to be playing more Stranglehold next week, because I put that off a little too long. And a nice shooter after all these controller heavy games would be nice. How much time do I have? Okay. All right. I think I win. I'm past the colossal drain. Whew. Alright, a little bit of concentration never hurt. See, what's life without taking a couple chances? Assuredly, I'll be back within the hour, but I win this time. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about Hot-to-Full Boyfriend. I noticed this, and my mother actually watched something of mine very recently. I have a very, I wouldn't call it soothing, but warm tone. And some people would find that soothing. I know I was actually falling to sleep to my own voice right after Hot-to-Full Boyfriend. It was weird. Like, when you listen back to your own voice on recordings, you never discern yourself as somebody you recognize. Oh, God. Oh! So, it's easy for me to dissociate from the voice I hear on stream to the voice I hear in my head. And listening back to it was like really slightly no. It's fine. Just need... Wow. Alright. Okay, a little further back. There we go. There we go. Got it. So, the question I wanted to pose was, I chose being a skeleton for a variety of reasons, but the most important one to me was that my voice fit. Like, I've got kind of a strangled Texas slight accent and a bit high-pitched. Plus, I know how to do a really good Skeletor impression. But if you were to cast me like, you know how there's VTuber mismatch and real life mismatch? If I were a VTuber, what do you think I would be? Because I can't think of anything other than a skeleton. Like, I've got too high of a voice for any, like, heroic characters or deep pitch nonsense, but I've also got too rough a voice to be, like, anything interesting like a cat. I can't possibly think of another creature I would rather be or want to be than a skeleton. I just got that kind of raspy, like, withered tone. Like, I've thought about maybe, you know, if I turn on the charm a little, I could be something close to a fiend or... No, because then fiends have dulcet tones. They're inviting, they're warm, they're welcoming. I'm a little more pricklier than that. And plus, I don't have, like, the mid-range. Oh, hell, I'm all mid-range. What am I saying? I don't have deep, I don't have high, I just have me. Plus, I don't know how to keep my cool like those guys. I don't know. I don't think I could even be a Western anything either. Like, I've got the accent, sure, I can let it loose a little bit here and there, but I'm Hispanic. Sorry about that. I ain't got, like, I ain't got the Sam, what is it? Sam Smith? No, that's a music producer. Or maybe it is. I don't got those, like, wet ranch owner tones that I've heard so many times around my area. So I'm just like, what else could I be other than somebody who clearly doesn't have a working throat? Just a voice in your head. Although, to be fair, I've seen a lot of skeleton animes now, and by that I mean two, because there's not many out there. And I mean, it's isekai anime, so they're just like normal dudes, but the second they speak, it's like Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like some champion from League of Legends. And I'm like, okay, cool, I don't sound like that. So now I question, am I a skeleton? I don't know. I've been a voice director before for a indie project that Cake invited me on, and those people really had a niche for their voice. I don't know what the hell I would be cast in. Which is kind of why I liked doing Ricky T. Bones, because it was like, I could pitch up my voice a little bit, add a bit of a ridiculous accent, and I was like, yeah, I fit in with the crew that the MFL put together. Like, the in-game skeleton's like, Tim Kitzrow, one of my many inspirations. Did you know he did all the voices in that game? Every single thing, every single character was him. The announcers, the creatures, the robots, the demons, everything is by him. How the hell do you get to be the sole voice actor of an entire sports game? A phantom or half-dead character. Half human, half skeleton with fire. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm thinking like those familiars from... What's it? Oh my god, I can't believe I don't remember the series name. Oh, that's right. Servamp. That sounds like the Servamps. Like, the Servamps familiars. No, the Chosen's the Chosen Servamps. Like, they all had really crazy, like, unique designs and character traits. But they sounded so unlike humans. So yeah. Cool. As a human, I am unfit to play a human. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think it's cooler than sounding human. I will say, the main reason I have this skeleton up instead of me is just because my ugly mug, it features lovely rings around the eyes and I'd just rather people not look at me and say, "Whew, what a island he come out of." You think it's cool, but then you realize, oh, everybody thinks you're angry all the time. Fuzzy eyebrows don't help either. Well, quote unquote fuzzy eyebrows, that just mean thick. But yeah, I think I've said this before, but I literally had people say, "You look bedraggled," or "You look tired. You ready to go home?" And I was like, I was born like this, man. I was born like this. So was my father. So was my brother. Although my brother has a baby face. I've been told I have a baby face, but I don't believe it. Not for 1 second. I am not a baby face in any regard. When I shave, sure, I lose like 10 years off my life, but I think every guy does it whenever they shave. Ah, okay, I need to full send it. Speaking of the MFL, yeah, basically, like, I remember, oh, what's his name? The actor who played Chains in Payday 2 posted a before and after. The man has an epic beard. I forget his name, but it was like something French-ish. And he had a magnificent beard featured on him in-game and in real life. And he posted a picture of himself on Twitter shaving it off. And somebody made an artist rendition of it where it was like this burly man, and then he shaves, and then he's a witty bitty baby. That's genuinely how it feels whenever I shave, that's for sure. Almost. Damn. Uh-oh. Red forest, my beloved. Let's not go to the green, please. Thank you. Yeah. I guess I do kind of have that, like, mid-tone sort of uncaring, like if I just had a voice filter, like I do with the ultramarine voice, I can be so much different. Or maybe it's just that I know how to, like, commit to an intonation. Like, as the great Rob Paulson once said, voice acting is 90% A, 10% V. And that means you have to be an actor before you can be a voice actor. You could do silly voices all day, any day, but if people don't believe you, that's half the sell. And you're not gonna get very far with that. Like, you know how everybody, like, has those I do 100 impersonations sort of videos? Yeah, they can do the voice, they can do the exact line, but ask them to improv anything and they just cannot do it. Meanwhile, one time when I worked at a movie theater, I quote-unquote demonstrated my creativity by performing like a Shakespearean little bit of imaginary play with a movie screen. I think I said, I did full-on, hold on, I did full-on, like, hand and gestures and facial recognition, and it was just like, as I gaze at the movie screen, the eye appears and draws me ever closer. I can feel its pull. And I ignore it. But it creeps in the sides of my vision. And then I hear it. The writhing, fleshless, skeletal hand appearing from within the screen. Or some shit like that. So it really is about commitment. Like, I noticed for a fact that Hatoful Boyfriend, I've suffered from same voice a lot because my voice was absolutely done for like 30 minutes in. And so every character had sort of a raspy tone. But just the full send, the full commitment to the bit will save any acting gig you've got. Like, you can legitimately just bring your own voice like they did in Spider-Verse. Everybody just kind of talked like they normally do. Like, even Oscar Isaac. He just sounded like Poe Dameron. To some, I'm sure. But to me, he was Miguel Ojara. Or O'Hara? Ojara? I'm not sure. He had such conviction, such emotion. Like, he could connect with the loss that character experienced and really bring it out in his speech. No matter what he was talking about, you could tell this man was hell-bent on getting his job done. And while I can't talk about what job that is, because it's spoilers, it's a wonderful performance, and you should definitely go see that movie if you've got the time. Maybe the first one if you want to stay caught up on the lore, but I think it's optional. It kind of does a pretty good job of explaining. Actually, no. It's worth going to see the first movie or, like, renting it or something. Do people even still rent anymore? I feel like they just find the subscription service it's on and go from there. I know I used to rent a lot, or I used to watch my brothers rent a lot from, like, Blockbuster and CD Exchange. Nowadays, you can just find anything on loan via digital access. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Easy. Easy. Oh god. There we go. Okay. Shit! Oh no! That's what I get for going fast. Anyway. Where was I? Right, the MFL. So speaking of good old Ricky T-Bones and all Glowtooth, well, I got y'all both here. I do want to bring it back, but I want one question answered. Does it have to be just for you to enjoy it, should it be just the matches themselves? Or should I make it into a whole, my usual thing where I, like, cut in between and upgrade the roster? Like, do you all care about the statistics like that? Or should I just worry about making an entertaining show of it? Like, if I just do the matches themselves and do the live commentary, I still add a bunch. And there's still, like, a nice narrative with the Lost Wages Invaders. But I feel like that growth isn't really accentuated unless you get to see Coach Cupo Joe in action. Oh, damn it. Like, if it's just going to be the games, what I can do is kind of mass produce it so that it becomes a video series instead. You get to watch it premiered live, and I do the commentary, like 3 matches in a row, just by myself, in like an evening, and then I upload the result to YouTube. But I feel like that kind of takes away from the experience of seeing it live, right? Yeah, I actually, Ryan, MMFL was before your time, except for the Mayhem Bowl. Mimsy's caught a couple of the season 1 of the Lost Wages Invaders. They're great fun to watch because I kind of got, you know me, you saw Hatful Boyfriend. I know how to get in character and stay there. Okay. I think here is fine. Yes. I personally think taking away the live aspect isn't ideal. Like, if I do that, then it's basically just going to be an ongoing show. But if it happens live, then I get to enjoy it as much as you guys do, rather than like in a controlled environment, late at night, nobody's around, and I take some time to do VO sessions, basically. I don't think that's fun. Personally. But then I just have the question, is it worth it to show the statistics in between games? Because I think I like micromanagement whenever I see it on stream, because I get to follow along with the growth of the characters. Sort of like it's sort of like an RPG session, if you will. Character creation, if you will. Oh god. Like, I get to see who the streamer invests in. I get to hear all the wonderful menu sounds, which MFL has great sound design. And we get to see, like, the players grow. But the only problem is that I have to swap between mics as I do that. That's the only issue, is that I have to swap between microphones to do that. There we go. That's the security jump. I think it'd be okay. Oh. Hey, yeah. Ow. No. No. I don't know. I think... Okay, I did it both ways, technically, now that I think about it. I did it as an episodic thing where I just did the matches by themselves. Those did okay in terms of views. And then the streams themselves, which are multiple games. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get it. Like, you went along with Coach Cupo Joe and watched his boys in action. Okay, tell you what, I think the smart decision would be to keep it as a streaming format, still like do 2 games per match. I also made the mistake of setting it to slow speed. I thought that would change the in-game clock. It didn't. All it did was change character speed, and that was not helpful with actually getting points. So probably what I'll do is I'll use the official, or close to the official MFL rules that they do on their YouTube channel, just to make it quick. And now the only thing is I don't think I'm gonna wait until the NFL season starts. I kind of want to get a jump on it as soon as I can, but I don't know how to go about it. I'm gonna be jobless real soon, so I'll definitely have the time to commit to it, but I don't know if I want to do it weekly or bi-weekly, like Bolt Gun. I think I'd rather do it weekly, just because I'd have something to look forward to. Like every Sunday is MFL Sunday or something like that. Dude. MFL 2 is coming on it is on the way, which I'm very excited about. I should have jumped there. It's running in Unreal Engine 4. It looks friggin' super hype. And they redid all of the character designs. Like, everybody's got their own unique thing. You can now tell veterans from rookies much more easily. They did a more realistic design on it. There's some really good imagery of it up online now. I'm kind of sad they went away from the cartoony style. I thought it was kind of its charm point, but Dude, you have no idea. That is the secret appeal of Jump King streams, is that you just kind of get something to fiddle with in your hands, and you get to just kind of like walk and ride a bicycle at the same time. That is the secret thing about Jump King, is that it is a conversation topic. In a way. It's definitely like an icebreaker. Damn it! Okay. So, whenever the hell it is I get around to doing MFL again, I will continue to roleplay it as Coach Cuppo Joe, quote unquote roleplay it, and we'll keep the statistics in between, so everybody gets to see, you know, what happens behind the scenes. Because I feel like that's part of the sports game charm, is everybody who likes sports cares about statistics. Everybody who doesn't just likes to hear everything go up by one. It's a very satisfying experience. Ah, damn it. Okay. There we go. Whoa! Rats. Alright. There we go. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. I think it just has to do, like with Jump King, as the Jump King Just Chatting stream is a powerful thing. Because you basically have to fill in the gaps where there's no music. You know, it's kind of like, what's the word for it? I'm trying to think of what this would be equivalent to, like, I would say like studying? I don't know. Like you're both, like I'm in the middle of working on something. I don't know. God help me. I don't know what it is about Jump King, but it just puts me in a nice mood to just talk about anything. I guess, now that I think about it, it's like the cafe experience. You know, you go in, you hear the music, the clinking of glasses. It becomes kind of like a warm brown noise, if you will. That's a new one. And then somebody spills coffee all over themselves and you're like, haha. I guess. I don't know. 3 screens. That's a new record, I think. Oh! That's a new low. We landed at the beginning. That's a damn new low. No. No. The parameter was don't fall to the very first screen, I see. Well, that's me, always prepared. Okay. Yep. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, we're back at the drain. We can breathe again. Yeah, exactly. Like, you could go to the library, and that would just give you like an oppressive presence of keep quiet, don't disturb. But then you go to a cafe where it's like everybody's talking, everybody's having a good time. They're playing some nice, easy listening over the radio, or they're playing some like grindy alternate rock that just really doesn't care if you listen to it or not. Like I visited a really nice place in Dallas when I went to go see some friends. that came in, they were some internet friends that had actually come in just to hang out over Halloween. And when we were going to get picked up from a little square around Dallas, what was it called? I forget. It was a sweet little homey kind of square, village square. Okay, it's jump and then move. See previous statement made by Ryan, back where we were. The thumbnail. I think it was like coffee. No. It was a lovely coffee bar, and I got like a nice latte, a nice hot latte there while we were waiting to get picked up. And I thought, wow, it's such a unique environment where people are just like drinking coffee in the middle of the day. Who the hell does that? As I take a sip of my latte. Honestly, I think I don't understand midday drinking when it comes to coffee. It's there for a reason. It's to wake you up. If you need to wake up in the middle of the day, you don't need coffee. You need to see a doctor. Yeah. I used to, actually. But then I switched to stronger stuff, and I was like, oh, if I drink this right now, I will be awake. Period. Exclamation point. For the next 8 hours. Honestly, I don't know why I put it like that. Maybe if I use my powers of bullshit at the ready, it means it doesn't hit you until like the last hour. I've been told I have the answer for everything one time by a very intelligent coworker of mine. You seem to have the answer for everything, he told me. And then I simply smiled to myself and thought, no, I don't. I just know how to make a good argument for it. I think I'm an intelligent fellow. I think I got a lot of common sense, but I don't know everything. Speaking of, I can't believe the P rank run that got clipped was me being like all deep and mushy and stuff about like self-importance and how interesting of a man I am. Oh my god, not again. I wish it would have been more like the one where I was like furious after losing a P rank, but you don't get to pick and choose your moments of greatness. Oh, by the way, on the note of the MFL streams, so I mentioned that we are on slow mode by accident. So I have written down my entire roster. I've not written down the statistics because there's too many, but I'm gonna try and restart. Mushy moments are good moments. Okay, fair enough. Damn it. Well, we're gonna have a mushy moment with my legs in a second, huh? Aren't we? So yeah, I need to like take an evening where I got nothing to do and just, what is it? I need to take an evening where I've got nothing to do and restart my Dynasty mode season, because the first season was all about building up the Lost Wages invaders. And I don't want to lose that progress, but at the same time, we cannot switch the speed without restarting the Dynasty season mode. So I'm gonna try and salvage all the original team members I can, because I can't I couldn't possibly consider, like, going any amount of time without saying, and Willie Speed 4 dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Invaders! Good times. I've been honestly trying to think about, like, different characters, like, to say replace one of them, but I can't think of a better, like, voice pair that I can do consistently. Like, Ricky T. Bones is just me, but high-pitched and New Yorker in a way. Or Brooklyn. I don't know the difference between the two. Probably New Yorker, because Brooklyn's kind of like have a heavy rhythm to their voice. And Null Glowtooth is just me, but deeper pitched and a lot more snobby. So I can't think of any better characters to, like, do consistently over streams. Like, Magums Jacobs was a one-time thing. And that was alright. It was kind of like doing a Robin Williams bit, where I was like, what was it? He was a soft-spoken, kind xenomorph that seemed to be missing a couple of his teeth, so he kind of sounded sheepish. But there wasn't enough difference. There wasn't enough difference. It was good for one bit, but I don't think I could pull that off again. And I listened back to the Mayhem Bowl event I put on, and I was very intrigued by how different I can make myself sound. I listened to it very recently on the family TV when they asked about Bolt Gun. I had to show them the video. Mom was a little miffed about the gore, but Dad was just kind of inquisitive about the streaming process. And then they asked if I had done anything else like it. So I had to show them the first game of the Mayhem Bowl. The first attempt, anyway. And thankfully, my mother, you know, she may be a pure-hearted woman, but, I mean, she's seen Airplane. She's seen all sorts of raunchy comedy movies. She had a good time. And my dad was just intrigued by all the creative jokes I was making about the team's entrails on the battlefield. So yeah, needless to say, I kind of impressed him. It's very rare that they actually ask about my streaming process. Maybe, like, it's rare that they ask about my streaming. It's rare that they ask about my music, and I think it just has to do with a lack of understanding. Like, not a lack of interest, but a lack of understanding what questions they can ask. Like, what's relevant, what's not. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're at Barginburg. That's a first. Goodbye, world. Okay, we're good. Phew. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, that's just a full send then. Bad idea. Very bad idea. But not punishing. Whoop. Yeah. Coffee's a roller coaster for you? Yeah, I understand that. I know Kay can't handle a single sip of caffeine, or booze for that matter. It just makes him sick. Let's see, where do I need to go? I can go this way. Or not. Alright, that one was just downright cruel. Shit. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. That's fine. We missed. We missed. Ooh. Coffee and ice cream. Okay. We talked. I said on the post, hot takes like is mayonnaise an instrument? I really enjoy the taste of good cold coffee. Like I've had it iced. I've had the legendary pumpkin spice latte, and I did not like it. But I appreciate a good bitter when you can taste it the best. And I've had cold coffee before. I've had iced coffee. And I don't know, man. There's something so classic about the hot, straight from the pot version. But it's like actually being able to enjoy the taste, the bitter taste of coffee beans is something else. Although I have not been to a Starbucks in a long while for coffee. I've been there for like breakfast rolls and wraps when I had some time in between shifts. Or like didn't have a lunch to bring. But it's been a while since I've had like a you're gonna get shocked when I say this, but my typical order is not what you expect, or maybe exactly what you would expect. I'll give you, you know what? I don't think I've actually mentioned this. So I'll give you 3 chances to guess. Or I'll give you 1 chance to guess each, because there's 2 of you. Now I'll give you 1 piece of advice. I really don't, I enjoy my coffee black, but there's a particular way I like it from Starbucks. Let's see if you got any ideas. Or if you don't, you can just say, I give. What is it? Okay, so Ryan doesn't have any ideas. Okay. Two guesses. 1 guess from Mimsy. It's not quite. Alright, here's the shocker. My usual order from Starbucks, the last time I went, yes, I've had their lattes, but the one thing I've specifically ordered from Starbucks was an Americano triple espresso shot, usually either dry or with hazelnut. That's enough to send any man's heart beating faster than they can run. And I drink it like it's just warm milk. That was the last thing I specifically ordered from Starbucks. And it's any wonder, one can only wonder whether or not my anxiety derives from it, but I don't think so. I think it's just how I was brought up. Yeah. Triple shot Americano. Nobody's given me an eyeball about it yet. Must be the college kid special. Like, if you want to stay up all day, all friggin' day, and maybe sometime on second thought, I'm not gonna finish that one. Yeah, that is my usual go-to drink, is just bitter upon bitter with a little bit of sweetness sometimes. It is. Yeah, hazelnut is okay. I think I enjoy it just enough, but whenever I just want something casual to drink and not like something to get me going, I'll just order a latte with vanilla. That's nice enough. Damn, we've been going for an hour already. I don't feel like I've grown unlike my usual Pizza Tower streams. Okay, a little higher. I think now that I think about it, what the hell? Hang on. Okay. I think... Oh god, where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, that worked out, actually. Okay. Oh god, no, 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 no. Fine. What was I gonna say? I think the thing that makes Jump King such a good just chatting game is the monotony. It's sort of like standing guard, you know? Even if you don't have anything to say, anything will do. That's probably what it is that it's such a good, like, chore. Like, this is the kind of experience you get with folding clothes. And you're just like, ah, that's a cool graphic tee. Where'd you get it? Just the monotony is there. The reason to talk is there. It's something else, that's for sure. Oh. That rain looks lovely despite it being pixelated. We ain't had a rain cloud around here since... Ooh... I want to say like... early June, maybe... Hell, maybe even May? It's been so freaking hot, man. Like, we have a bunch of cats in the house, and not one of them ain't thin fur. Even our usual fluffy matriarch herself is like nothing but a thin coat and bones. Pobrecitas. Nobody wants a fur coat in this weather. Nobody wants to wear polyester either, which is why I see so many t-shirts around these days. Okay. Come on. No. Oh, that does remind me. Speaking of just chatting and streams and whatnot, perfect segue, flawless. Thank you, Joe. You're welcome, Joe. I've been deeply considering, or actually I've been actively working towards debuting on Twitch. Now, that sounds scary, but in reality, it's literally just me trying it out. Like, I might do a test stream, reserve one single day per week to try out Twitch. Because, if I may be honest, despite all of the know-how and the tools available, nobody still considers YouTube to be a streaming platform. Like, if you think of streamers, you think immediately of Twitch, right? If you think of shorts, you think immediately of TikTok or Instagram. YouTube has tried so hard to make all of this possible on their platform, but in the end, my most successful content here has been videos, clips, music, short form content. That's surprising. I mean, I don't use TikTok either because I'm not a kid. No, I can't say that. I have an older brother who's really talented at guitar, and he's got a good following on TikTok. He enjoys doing stuff there. But I don't know. I think it's worth a shot. Mainly because I grew a lot here on YouTube. And I think if I step into the ring now, maybe a couple months from now, I'll actually be able to have something there, you know? I've done a lot on this platform. I've done almost a year, like we said at the beginning. I have overlays, stream alerts, friggin' professional microphone. I can make a debut on Twitch, and maybe, if the algorithm permits it, I might actually have a viewer base a little larger than here. Which is not to say I don't appreciate y'all's company. Y'all are great. Yeah, like I don't particularly use Twitch all that much. I use it to check out like Demon Dice the few times she does stream on there. And Texas Gaming Empire is also there. But I don't really know how to use Twitch. Like, it's an okay platform as far as I can tell. And I've been there a couple times to watch Iron Mouse as well, but I don't know. It just seems like it seems so decentralized, you know? Like there's no good way of finding channels as far as I can tell. Maybe you go off of what game you like, maybe you go off of what... I don't know. There's just... I have trouble navigating Twitch a lot. I kind of mostly do it whenever I see like content creators I enjoy on YouTube do it. Like the 8-Bit Drummer, Chainbrain. Oh, I guess I've talked about the 8-Bit Drummer, but I've never talked about Chainbrain. Chainbrain is a Rocksmith streamer, if you don't know him. He's on hiatus right now because he's moving, but he is the person who got me introduced to Rocksmith. And like really stuck into it because of him. Like I learned how to install CDLC, tones, a lot of good stuff. And he's such a talented sight reader. Dude's a friggin' punk, but he's really talented. And really professional about his streaming setup. Like he has done it for so long that he has all the right pieces together. He broadcasts himself live in front of an audience with a camera, looking at him, looking at his guitar. He's got a couple of neat bits like zoom-ins or cat cams, because he has a lovely little black cat. Forget what her name is. His or her. And he's got all these friggin' guitars displayed and everything. Like, he is a damn professional. I really admire him for being both a Twitch wizard and a damn good musician. But all I got to work on for right now while he's moving is highlights on his YouTube channel. Which brings it back to again. I found him through YouTube on clips, and then I get to watch him live on Twitch. You know, you see what I'm getting at here? People expect live streams unfiltered, unedited, on Twitch. On YouTube, they see a 2-hour-long video and they just, like, shy away. Sure, Hololive has kind of normalized it now, but back in the day, YouTube streaming wasn't really a thing. Even today, like the 8-Bit Drummer has only recently tried streaming on YouTube. Found it to be okay, but there is, like, speaking from the back-end experience, there is a lack of available tools for YouTube streaming. Like, getting Stream Elements to work here was a miracle. And it's a very limited creator suite. On Twitch, you've got a lot more ways to not only redemption jump. Nope. You've got a lot more ways to, and this is not in any way inferring that I'm trying to be a money grubber, but there's an easier path to monetization on Twitch. There's a lot less you have to do in terms of like preparation. Like, you get stream tags, yeah, but you don't have to like deal with playlists or thumbnails or what have you. Like, your overlay becomes your thumbnail, and your content and your title becomes much more important. Like, you, the presenter, become much more important because everything you do is a live performance. And I mean, I'm decent at being an editor, but I'm not a good one. Cake is a much better editor than I. And I'm speaking from experience because I actually worked on one of his videos once. All I did was cobble everything together, and the only thing I could provide there was rhythm. So I'm thinking maybe Twitch would at least be worth a shot. I don't know what I could do differently than this overlay, though. Like, maybe include some, like, socials or a better alert box. But I do have to make a new overlay for it, I think. Because it has to be eye-catching. The only thing on your thumbnails is your overlay. And maybe the game. You don't get to control what thumbnails you put up there. So it's more focused around the content, the person, and the overlay, I think, is the important bits you can take away from Twitch. Sometimes. If you're a VTuber, then you've kind of got it made. But I'm not a VTuber. I would technically be classified as a PNG tuber, but really this paper doll skeleton is just... it's just to stand out a bit. It's to have something... Okay, this is actually an issue I have. I cannot simply do things. There's a deeper meaning behind that, and I'll explain. When it comes to streaming, when it comes to doing simple stuff like streaming, you know, typically what you see is a guy who makes a box out of his webcam, puts on a tank top, and says, "Hey guys, how's it going? Cool, good to see you. Good to see you. We're playing Minecraft part 265 today," and that's it. That's it. That's ideal to a lot of people. It's just hanging out with an interesting person. For me, because of that, I have a stigmatism against just doing that. So I wanted to make every stream I do a little more creative. Case in point, I decided to teach myself how to do pixel art. Because I wanted something unique that I could make. I wanted a challenge every time I stream. So now, every new game must have a costume. Because I need to satiate that creative thirst, you know, just so I know I'm not just like sitting around and doing nothing creative whenever I stream. Like, I could cop out, I could just put Jacket Joe every time, but I don't. And the reason is because I cannot just be a normal idiot. Not a normal idiot, what am I saying? I cannot let myself be stagnant. I will get bored as hell and dissatisfied with myself. So the art is there because I want to challenge myself. I want to grow and to do... Not again! It's fine. It's fine. I want to challenge myself every time I start a new stream. Like with Pizza Tower, for example, sure, it looks like just kind of a recolor, but I redid a tile set for the back wall. I recolored all the assets, all my usual stream overlay as a template, and then I made... Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. Okay. In that regard, maybe I would be okay with a just chatting stream. Although, I think I would start getting in my head the second I realize, oh, there's nothing but BGM playing right now. Okay, let's go take it from the top. Yeah, but I genuinely have a hyperactive mindset where it's like, I need to be doing something a little extra here, because if I don't, then I'm not exactly putting in a lot of effort now, am I? And I'm an overly high effort guy. Like, every little thing I do, there's something that can be optimized, which is probably why I'm an okay Pizza Tower gamer. A Pizza Tower speedrunner. But there's, in everyday life, there is always something that can be streamlined. Be it folding laundry, walking to school. There are always shortcuts that you can take, but you need to be looking for them. And that's seeking out those shortcuts and streamlines. Here we are back again. Is what makes you grow. Trying something different. Unique. Exploring. I want to say 4. But considering I botched the Donkey Kong deaths, I could be mistaken. There we go. Let's see. So, yeah. I don't know how I would be able to bring that to Twitch, though, is the only problem. Like, sure, my bolt gun streams are very creative in their own. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's both our faults. Fair enough. No worries, no blames. It was a fun time regardless. Also, my friggin' reaction to supposedly dying 101 times in one stream was priceless. I'm so glad we put up that death counter. Yeah, you're right. I rescind my statement. Nobody's to blame. We all tried our best. Goodness. I forgot how brutal Donkey Kong could be. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm all for it. This was kind of like stepping out of my comfort zone in a way. Doing these streams. Jump King I'm familiar with. The dating hot to full boyfriend was something I didn't know I wanted to do. It's been a while since I've played a VN, honestly. Like, I've never been... Oko-san! Yeah. That's gonna be a forever legend in my heart. I've never been a very big fan of VNs. I'm a bookworm, yes, but I've never been a really big fan of VNs because it's like, it's kind of like the World of Warcraft experience. You go in, you're excited to play it with your friends, and then the story says, you are the chosen one among the rest of you who are also chosen ones. Which one's the chosen one again? So it's like, it gets kind of campy, you know? I think there's a lot of good stories out there, definitely. I'm not thinking at the moment. But a lot of the times, it's just like thirst bait. Which, that isn't a bad thing, but if I wanted that experience, I could just go grab an airplane light novel. On the conversation, fair enough. I am patting my head and rubbing my belly at the same time. The same downfall that brings me so many failures in P rank streams. But the company is always welcome, and the moment doing it live is amazing. Like, no joke. I watched back the P rank run. Look at that. We are 1 pixel away from oblivion. So we willingly throw ourselves to the oblivion instead. I had a friend one time, I think it might have been one of my online buddies, who every time because when I was hanging with them a lot more than I do now, I was kind of like the straight edge of the group, like the See, this cycle of suffering is mutual. You suffer, I suffer, you suffer, I get a laugh, you get a laugh. It's a lovely two-way street, this streaming business. What was I saying? Oh, right. I was a straight edge kind of guy in our group, and he said to me one time, as I was mildly disappointed yet again, and my username was Sarge at the time, so the Sergeant. I explained this one a while back. Sarge, I live for that depressed sigh. I said, oh, don't worry, there's more where that came from. I think that might have been an actual exchange, but I don't know. I think it was more or less just like, I live for that depressed sigh or something like that. Anyway, I'm a lot less straight edge now. I'm more or less like, kind of like you're observing, is that I take a lot of chances because where's the fun in not taking any chances whatsoever, man? Like, it's boring. It's boring to not experiment. If you got the time, especially in Jump King, and you want to just try something for no good reason other than I thought of it, do it. Not here, though. There's only one way to do things. And that was where something I was talking about earlier. I forgot. So, games like God of War, Warhammer 40k Space Marine. They are lovely games. They are wonderful. They're good experiences. However, there is one issue that I have with those games, and it's that it's a movie. There's nothing wrong with a movie. It's like enjoying a good book. You get to go from point A to point B, and it's an epic journey filled with amazing voice acting and wonderful character models and gore beyond your wildest dreams. But in gameplay... Okay, I don't know why I mentioned the gore. I think it was just because I was thinking about Warhammer 40k. I need to take a minute there to respect the game's decision to be designed like this. Like, it's good. It's good and all. But then you realized, oh, there's only one animation set for every weapon, or there's only so many amazing, like, brutalized kills that you can do with the push of a button. And you do them so many times throughout the entire game. Damn it! That you recognize them. And it gets grating and not that fun. So I enjoy... I've learned that I enjoy free-form games, you know, like fighting games. Sure, there's the same set of animations, yes. But there's different ways to go about it. And that's what makes it exciting. Like, Street Fighter 6 is no exception to this rule. Street Fighter 6 gives you so many tools and so much time to work with them. Shit. Like the drive rush. Casual players have picked on it so easily and are having such a good time with it. And if you don't know what drive rush is, essentially you kind of take what's called super armor. Super armor allows you to absorb one hit as you're making an attack. And if you time it right, if you throw a drive rush too early, your opponent can counter with their own drive rush, and you get this cinematic splash of color that is a drive rush parry. It's so awesome. It makes for so many hype moments, and it's the kind of stuff I love Killer Instinct for. Like, Killer Instinct in its own hype moments has combo breakers. The second you land a combo breaker, the game literally lights up and rewards you for it auditorily, visually, and gameplay-wise. It's fantastic. So I'm really a big fan of not only breaking up monotony, but also like just rewarding the player in so many different ways. Whereas with, you know, cinematic games like God of War and Warhammer 40k, all I got was story progression. I mowed down the orcs, I defeated the orc boss, I fought off the chaos demons, and all I got was... Inquisitor Drogon, what are you doing here? I live for the Emperor. Okay, I take that answer. That's it. It's cool. It's like reading a book, or it's like watching a movie proper, but it's just... I don't know. It's kind of one-sided. Oh. I think it's cool, though. It's good... Not for streaming, no. But it's good to enjoy on your own. Story experiences like that should be enjoyed on your own, so... That's my 2 cents on, like, cinematic games. Like, when I played Warhammer 40k, I didn't just, like, bowl through everything, like, or try to make jokes, or what have you. I stayed silent, because that's how I used to play games a lot, and walked. Walked through the environments, walked through the story, took my time with it. And that made the experience so much sweeter. Just immersing myself in the lore and the characters and the situations. It was such a good game. But I was very disappointed by the ending. I won't spoil it, but it's just kind of hollow. It's classic Imperium. Exactly, living in the moment. That's what cinematic games are good for. Like Far Cry Blood Dragon's probably going to be a game I also play alone. Halo co-op, on the other hand, like, that is an example of a game that is so versatile. Halo's kind of funny in that way. So Halo, I played it. That was the first shooter I ever played back in my day. I was probably like 6 or 8, an age you should not be playing Halo at, when I held the oversized Xbox 360 controller, and boy, did my tiny hands did not like that. Okay, can't recover from there. I literally had to sit on my brother's lap, and the only thing I could reach was the trigger and the grenade button. So he controlled the joysticks and the rest of the movement, and I controlled when we shot. It was kind of a cool little co-op experience, but once I grew up and grew bigger hands, obviously, I played co-op, I think, with Cake back in the day. And eventually, when Halo finally came out for PC, I joined in my buddies to do a 4-man lasso run. Legendary All Skulls On run. And the funny part is, the gameplay held up so well that we couldn't give a shit about the amazing lore that is Halo. We were just like, oh, they're talking right now. Sorry, I can't hear you. It's amazing. The duality of Halo is that it's a fun game to play, and if you just want to enjoy it for the story, you can as well. And trust me, Halo's story is something else. I read a couple of the old novels back when I was younger, and they provided so much lore. God, I'm not getting back to Barginburg, am I? What progress have I made? Spoken like a true prophet of misery. I've made progress backwards. I think that's called, oh god, what is the technical term for it? Regression? Not progression. Okay. Oh, that was risky. Let's get back to the library real quick. Also, can I just say, it's a weird flex. What do I think about it? Ni no Kuni and the Wrath of the White Witch. I love that game. I love that game. It was so cool being able to play a Studio Ghibli game. Like, despite the fact that I dropped Persona 3, I'm a huge RPG nerd, and the systems in that game were cool. Like, it was like Pokemon meets amulets meets grinding. The only thing, I can't think of anything I didn't like about that game. It was so sweet and so amazing, and it was typical like Studio Ghibli wonderfulness. It was a beautiful game on top of that. The only thing I didn't like about it was what was it, Joe Hisashi, the composer? He only wrote one combat track and one boss battle track. The music was beautiful, but it was a bit repetitive. The rest of the game, however, absolutely perfect. 20 out of 10, would play it again, but I forgot to beat it when I had it. I had it on the PlayStation Plus subscription back on my PS3, and my god, that was such a treat. I would definitely consider that to be a streamable game, just because it's kind of like mixing React content with RPG knowledge. The only thing I do have an issue with is that it was kind of grindy. And if I dropped Persona 3 because of the grind, why wouldn't I drop... Okay, to be fair, the version of Persona 3 I have is P3P. That's Persona 3 Portable. It has nothing but static images, so it's basically like a visual novel. If I were, say, playing Persona 5 or Persona 4, I think I would have a better time, because the pace is much quicker, the story is much more streamlined, and it's not about just like ascending the same dungeon over and over and over again. I get the appeal of that, but in P4 and P5, they spice it up by adding more dungeons and more bosses. Doop. That's on me. Okay. Back to Barginburg. We're not at the section yet, but we're getting there. Okay. It's a mid-jump. Even with a mid-jump. So much for the respect I deserve. Wow. I know you had to take some time to type that. Oh, that hurts. You wound me, sir. Shit. Well, this is definitely not going on... This is definitely not going to be my Twitch debut game. What game should I play? Like, I thought about Pizza Tower because I was on the verge of getting a P rank. But then I accidentally got it on a Garfield card stream. So I'm like, cool. I just had a wasted opportunity that would have gotten me those Twitch biddies. Nah. I don't care about that. I care about having a good time, and I'm not sure what game I would debut with. I definitely don't want to debut with a fighting game, because despite its popularity now, it's kind of niche. Oh, Have a Nice Death. I don't know. It's kind of lost popularity. I mean, it was never popular, actually. It's an indie game. That could be fun. I mean, it's thematic, right? I'm a skeleton, doing skeleton things. I'm wielding a scythe and what have you. I think, you know what? You know what, Mimsy? That's a good test stream. That's a good test stream, doing Have a Nice Death. Yes, normal skeleton things, such as holding a controller without muscles. Come on. Yep. That's... Yep. Yep. Nope, not enough. Come on. I believe I might be losing blood flow to my brain due to the tightness of these headphones. I feel fine. I'm just joking. Okay. Have a Nice Death would be a good idea as just like a test stream to see how Twitch works. You know, not a bad debut. Not a bad debut game. Okay. I could do that. Now I need to add a Reaper hood and scythe to my list of costumes I need to draw. Has it been a while since I updated that costume? I don't know, maybe. I think the last time I had a Reaper hood was it Couple Joe 2.0? No, I mean SNES Joe. Yeah. I have to relearn how to draw a hood. More difficult than you think, and I'm surprised I got it done on my first model. That was the first costume I ever drew, was a skeleton in a Reaper's costume and scythe. I had to figure out how to make angles using very few pixels. I don't think I did a good job. Did I? No. With Grim Fandango, I actually didn't use a Reaper. I used a Manny Calaveras clone. Come on, Barginburg. Okay. Okay, that's a bad idea. Full send is also a bad idea there. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. It's kind of like harkening back to my first day on the job in YouTube land. I could debut on Twitch with Have a Nice Death. I wouldn't mind that. But I'd have to see how popular it is. Oh no, wait, I said test stream. Yeah, okay. Have a Nice Death would be a good way to be a good way to start. I don't know what my break-in game would be. Probably Pizza Tower, honestly. And then I'll upload the VOD to the YouTube channel to keep it consistent. Or I might... No, that sounds like a bad idea. I've been thinking about splitting my content because I notice now my music is buried under a sea of streams. But at the same time, the reason they're there and in the same channel is to keep it relevant. Like I have gained subscribers from these streams. I shouldn't split the stream. I shouldn't split the content. And besides, YouTube has mercifully allowed us to separate the two with a live tab and a video tab, so I should be fine. It's getting to be that hour real soon. I guess I do got one more thing to talk about as we wrap things up here, and I'm going to go rip these headphones off and jump in a cold shower. I guess we'll keep it here. No, I haven't got the time for one more little wager, unfortunately. I actually got something to show off. So, I've got a bit of special news in regards to music. I asked Cake to challenge me by giving me one prompt and giving me like a week to work on it. And it's not mixed, but I gave it 1 day of racking my brain about it and picking a key and then making drum set. Then the idea flowed, and I have been practicing. I have been learning. I have been book reading about music theory. And so I took this opportunity to really put it to the test after doing some extra stuff. So I got 2 pieces of music that I've been sitting on that are just like test pieces. So I figured we got 5 more minutes. I may as well show them off here. I just need to find them. Here we go. Okay, so first off, music theory I found out recently is made up of patterns. Especially in guitar, if you know scales, you can write any melody. Because Scales allow you to set out a blueprint of what is and is not going to work. So, I put this to the test by picking, I think it was B minor, or no, it wasn't B minor, it was maybe D major, and writing a random, like, multi-instrument, bony type of feel, like Ricky T. Bone's Office, and making it as complicated as possible, like going intervals, etc., trying to really break that theory. And this is what happened. And then it loops, but you get my point, right? That sounded real. That sounded like I didn't write it. That doesn't sound like me. And so I did that. I was like, okay, holy shit, I'm a musician. And I decided, all right, Cake, I want you to challenge me to do something, because I don't know how far this knowledge is actually going to take me. And so he said, make me a punk modern version of Manfred von Richthofen's theme. That sounds like nonsense to anybody except me. I took that as far as I could, and he mentioned one thing that really ticked in my mind. Just make it kind of like how Hamilton made their musical. And he was like, okay, Gabriel has I just said his fucking name out loud. Whatever. You can find it on RT. Cake has never. You can find out who he is through the RT panel he did, I'm sure. Anyway, he has never seen Hamilton, I have to guess. So I have to think about, okay, what is Hamilton known for? It's hip hop and orchestral. So the first day, I was racking my brain, struggling to think of something. I picked out the key, I had the framework, and I had a beat. For no good reason. I was stuck. I slept. I woke up the next day with a tune in my head. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. And I checked. Yes, that wasn't key. Okay, let's go with this, because the key is actually Flight of the Valkyries. It's borrowed from Flight of the Valkyries, so I already know it's going to be a nice theme. But it's all about making it regal. So I accidentally came up with, or I should say, I didn't accidentally. This is just how musicians work, apparently. I came up with this. It kind of gives me visual novel vibes for some reason, but this is called Meeting Sir Richthofen. And you know what Cake said to me? He said, this wasn't what I was expecting, but I like it. And I said, okay, well, if you were doing something like this, would you use it? He said, yes, because I like it. So, second thing, composers don't have to match what's in your head. We just have to get as close as possible or something completely different that you like. And that was a major win because guess what? Aside from the breakbeat, I wrote all of that in an hour. An hour. A freaking hour. How? It takes me like the SNES remixes took me 3 weeks. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's Time to Rest. Took me 2 days. An hour. An hour simply because I had a full-scale blueprint set out. An hour. That doesn't sound like me, but it did. It was, and it was like, holy cow. So now, when I do music, the only thing keeping me back is my creativity, which is near endless because I'm an insane person, apparently. So, when it comes to originals coming up, the sky's the limit, so long as I keep my music theory intact. But I guess I'll end the stream with this last one. Let's see, can I find it? I think it's under bookmarks. Yes. Yes? No? Yes. So this is the one I'm still working on to make as my stream BGM. And I actually want your opinion. I actually want your opinion on this since I got y'all both here. Is this okay as just stream BGM? Because I think it sounds a little too simple, but it does follow the 8-channel rule, and it's SNES BGM. So should it stay like this, and should I just refine it and release it and use it? Or do you think this needs more work? I ask you as people who, I don't think know anything about music. So this is what I would call getting rattling and ready. I don't know. It doesn't have a title. It's just a test. So here we go. And then it loops, but that's actually a really old version. That is not representative of what I have right now. Damn. What'd you think? I don't remember how long that one took. I think that may have taken like an evening. But damn. Damn. This machine is ready to go, rock and roll, and I need to give myself the time now, and that's gonna be coming up now that I'm gonna be jobless for a little bit. A little bit. I'm sure I'll find a new one, but shit. I never considered myself a good composer, honestly. I know I can make music. I know how to do it. It's a matter of doing it consistently. And I think I figured that part out now. So, moving forward, because I'm stuck with SNES stuff thanks to my headphones cooking me alive when it comes to more complex stuff. I will try my best to make some more soundtrack, some more music, and really put my heart and soul into just making it making it creative. Now that I don't have to worry about like the frou-frou of whether or not it sounds good. But with that being said, thank you for watching me jump up and then down, and then up, and then down. Listen to me ramble about... Sick. Thank you, Mims. Thank you, Mimsy. Yeah. Nice to hear I'm inspiring somebody. That means a lot. Because that's the reason I'm doing this. It's alright, Ryan. Just hearing that you enjoyed it's a lot. But with that being said, touching on the inspiration thing, you know, I wouldn't be doing this were it not for, you know, certain somebody. Fuck it. I wouldn't be doing this right here because of Demon Dice and the many avenues she's explored. She's an inspiration to me, and just hearing that I'm, you know, kind of inspiring you is, wow. I guess this is what a year on the internet does for you. With that being said, I need to go get some shut-eye. I need to go turn in that resignation letter tomorrow. The 2 weeks notice. And as always, to the VOD watchers out there, we salute you. Ryan and Mimsy, thank you for taking time out of your evening to spend with me. And as always, take care of yourself like I'm doing with this job. You're no good to anybody dead or deaf. Good night. Actually, the deaf part is kind of insensitive to deaf people. I think deaf people are okay. They're just kind of... They're wonderful people. They're wonderful people who struggle with so much in their life. You're no good to anybody dead. You're a wonderful person even if you are deaf. That doesn't help either. Okay, let's roll back on the deaf thing. I don't want to go deaf because I'm a musician. There. Although I've heard of many deaf musicians, I don't want to be one of them. Where do I go with this? Deaf people are cool. Yeah. I have nothing against deaf people. They can't carry a tune, though. It's a little too heavy for them. Yeah, I'll just go with the normal outro. I'm trying so hard to reduce this damage. Take care of yourself. You're no good to anybody dead. And that's it. Finito. Good night.